So guys, the Manny Pacquiao still feels he can dominate at the age of 40 years of age. He feels that he can still go on to beat every single welterweight right now. Listen, I think Pacquiao definitely has the ability still to cause a lot of the welterweights issues, and I would love to see him against all the top fighters, all the top welterweights. I get a lot of recommendations when I do Pacquiao videos that, you know, how would he do against this guy, and I've broken quite a few fights down, but I want to see Pacquiao against the top guys. You know, he still got what it takes to give those guys a lot of trouble. Whether he can beat Spence, whether he can beat Crawford, I don't know. That they would be hard. I would have him the underdog in those fights. But against Porter, Thurman, I would make him the slight favourite in those fights. Garcia, I think the only two he may have a trouble with is Crawford and Spence, because I think Spence is massive, and you know, Spence comes forward. That would cause Pacquiao at this stage in Pacquiao's career. Maybe when Pacquiao was in his prime, then it would have been a different ball game. But right now, the Pacquiao that, you know, we know now, I think that Pacquiao would probably struggle against Crawford and Spence. But I do think in prime, Manny Pacquiao would definitely deal with those guys. I just think right now, I think he could definitely beat Thurman. I think he could beat Porter. But I think they would be tough fights. They would be competitive fights. Don't get me wrong, I think the Spence and Crawford fight won't be easy fights for Spence and Crawford. I just think that they would be they'd be big favor, like not big, probably about 65-35 or 60-40 in their favor. I would favor them. I would favor them in those fights. They would be, in my opinion, a clear favorites. Those two. The others like Porter, Thurman, they would be tight. You know, you wouldn't know who would win. Who would win, Pacquiao or Porter? You'd probably favour Pacquiao or Thurman. We don't know what Thurman's got left. You'd probably slightly favour Pacquiao in that one. And anybody else less than that, you'd probably favour Pacquiao as well. So really, it's only two guys that could cause Pacquiao a lot of issues. That two guys that would be clear favourites against him. The rest, you won't be surprised if he beats them. It won't surprise me if he beats Thurman. It won't surprise me if he beats Porter. It won't be surprised if he beats any other welterweights. It would impress me if he beats Spence or Crawford, because right now, like I said, I would make him an underdog in those fights. So it would definitely be impressive if he can beat those guys at this stage in his career. I think it would be very difficult. Don't get me wrong. I think he's capable, but I think it would be very, very difficult. You know, where he's at in his career, I think it would be hard for Pacquiao to get wins over those young, you know, skilled lions like Spence and Crawford. But I think it wouldn't shock me, but it would impress me. Whereas the guys would just be like, if he beats Thurman, I won't be shocked. I won't be surprised. It'd just be, you know, Pacquiao doing his thing, and same with Porter, and same with any other welterweight out there. I think with Spence and Crawford, I think because they're so young and so skilled and so good, and they're at the top of their game right now, you know, you'd probably have to make them favourite against anyone they fight in the welterweight division, and big favourites as well, because they're that good. I think the fight that, you know, people want to see in the welterweight division now is Spence and Crawford. You know, Pacquiao had his day. He still can definitely mix it with those guys. But, you know, like I said, I don't know whether he can beat those guys. I think, like I said, he'd be a clear underdog. But with everyone else in the welterweight division, I think, you know, he could definitely beat them. Don't get me wrong, Thurman, Porter won't be easy. There won't be easy fights. But I still think at this stage in his career, I still think Pacquiao might be a slight favourite in going into those fights as well. So the only guys that would make him underdogs against is Spence and Crawford. But yeah, guys, leave your thoughts. Do you think Pacquiao can still dominate at the age of 40? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.